It has today, when I'm making this video, it's going to be Thursday, February 8th, 2025. So happy Friday. And today I am hoping you guys get to know me better by counting down my list as my top 10 hot takes. So, don't know what a hot take is. It's basically an opinion that you have about something. Before we start with my arguments, and be the fact that I hate red. I hate the color red, and everybody knows that because of the color blood. But I also don't really hate it that much. I mean, I respect it. This is why I am able to wear it. But let's say something like in my stories, I hate red. So in my stories, I hate red. In real life, I just don't like it to the color blood, but I respect it. I just made it wear it. That's number one. That's my honorable mention. And so here's for a list. These are my top 10 hot takes. And 10 we have why I hate a Blossom and Emmaus. This is a Paula Pastel's opinion. And so probably why people wondering this. Is I haven't told you guys the reason a few times, but I haven't done it on YouTube yet, so. First off, the reason why I don't like Blossom that much is just because she's a little bit mean to Buttercup in the show. I mean, in season 4, there's a lot of examples. One example is in the episode called Nothing Special, where in the episode, Blossom and Bubbles solve this problem by using both their special skills. So Bubbles' special is superpower skill that she doesn't have is that the rest of the Powerpuff also have that she has the rest Powerpuff don't have is vaccine speed fast. So there's this, I don't remember what time, and more it was, the Hedgehog. It was based on Hedgehog that is on fire, that is speeding fast, and so Bubbles translates and says that he wants instead to put out the fire that is on his head. And that's probably obvious. I don't know why they needed Bubbles to explain that by translating his language when he's clearly on fire. So all you need to do is just put out the fire and we're fine. But okay, let's be honest. Well, and I remember this scene fully. What about let's see. Is those wait guys no is he saying, help, put me out, I'm on fire. So funny. And then Blossom uses is her special powers that still that she has that no that the rest of the Power Pistol don't has, which is her Ice Breath, which we already know about. So she uses the Ice Breath that the melt the fire on and the Hedgehog, and the Hedgehog had the Saints in Stemall in Spanish, so Bubbles have to translate. But then all of a sudden, and Bubbles translates that the Hedgehog Saints Buttercup for just being there. Which is totally obvious, this didn't do anything. Afterwards, they want to make tacos, and I totally agree with tacos. But then Buttercup comes in and says what everyone else is thinking. See, he says, I want to find out what my superpower / skill is. I'm like, yes, everyone is doing that. Everyone who has Buttercup, their favorite Power Style, is wondering, what is her superpower? What is the power that she has that none of the rest of the Power Stars has? So she spends the whole entire episode doing Buns' superpowers and seeing if the other Power Stars didn't do their superpowers. And part why I think Blossom that's a little bit mean is when that's a little bit taughty. And my braggy throughout the entire thing. A few examples. The first example is when Bud had the as this like lightning thing to make shapes on the ground with the hands and lightning. Blossom and Bubbles copy that move. Bubbles draws a pony on the ground, of course, to draw ponies. But then, that's what Blossom draws. The words, "This is so easy." That is mean. That is mean to Mimi. And Buttercup is trying. Buttercup really wants to have a superpower that is not that the rest of Power just don't have. And Boston Sun says not using and supporting it because this is so easy. You don't have one. Mean. And then another example is when she finally accepts it doesn't have a superpower. Yes, Blossom does start to say that it's meant to have a superpower, but then Bubbles is the one who finishes the sentence and says he's so special. But it's mean that Blossom didn't say that instead of Bubbles. And then all of a sudden, when Buttercup finds out she didn't kill a ton, and that's special still, which I love, because a lot of people can do that, so do that, and of course I can't do that, so that's definitely really an awesome superstar we have. But then when Blossom and Bubbles try to do it, you can see Bubbles is struggling to do it, but then look at Blossom's face. It's like, It's like she wants to do. Like she wants to prove it was Buttercup wrong. Like she wants to be mean to Buttercup and say she has no special still because she hates it. And I'm like, what? That's mean. Their face was determined to do it so that she can prove Buttercup wrong. another example is when it's on your view the bird has only one hoot until a time. Boss has some reveals that it's not a superpower, and also it's mad and try it. It's in with the whole day is saved. It's in by narrative. So that's why I don't like Blossom, since he is a little bit way mean to her body types sometimes. And body type my favorite member of Power Pistols, so I don't like the misleading body type. Blossom. Now for the mayor, it's kind of a little bit different because they hate Blossom more than they hate Mayor. And I hate Mayor because he's kind of stupid. And another that's supposed to be the funny part of him, but I don't really find it funny. Yeah, I find it annoying a little bit. So that's my Power Pistols opinion about why I don't like Blossom and Mayor. Number 9, and we has my hot take is I think the live action versions are sometimes better. Now I just recently went to see yesterday, I believe, I went to see the live action Moana with my boyfriend Jimmy, and I loved it. I wouldn't really say it was better than the animated version, but some examples where I think that the live action versions are better than the animated version would be probably Maleficent, because I hate Sleeping Beauty, so of course as Maleficent is way better than Sleeping Beauty. And the live action Peter Pan is way better than the animated ones. I don't like the animated Peter Pan. And the live action Aladdin is better than the animated Aladdin, in my opinion. And I like those 3 movies better than the animated versions, because they're all awesome. And the live action Aladdin, which I remember then later on, stick in mind. Alright, we have as my first ever Soylent opinion. I wanted because Soylent has now replaced with his own place as my favorite show of all time. And that's my favorite thing. And also, I wanted to include a Soylent opinion in this list, and I think the perfect one is definitely number 8. I think Michelle Hood has never existed. so if she would talk, I made a Soylent video a few days ago. And in the video I said that in season 3, after Mateo hurts himself, to show the video, tell they didn't actually test as Amelia as he test him. This guy named Mitchell comes in and basically tries to steal Luna away from him. So Mateo and Luna don't get back together until Mateo leaves is the so. And my hot take is I think Tisa never existed. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people think this. I think we should have had Mateo and Luna back together right as they came out of the hospital. And then they could have been dating while Luna was helping him get the stage fright, which happens later on. So. But then, of course, Mateo wouldn't really have a reason to have stage fright, because apparently his only reason to have stage fright was because Luna was with Mateo. So without Mateo existing, he wouldn't have a reason to have stage fright. But still. I think Mateo or Michael, never existed. And I hate the fact they're bringing him back in season 4. It has Bobby wondering, in his sense of lost Bia, do I hate the guy the guy who plays Mattel plays Nutso? And I don't, actually. I think that Dermo, or his name is actually better than Mattel, because he doesn't mess up anything. And I know he turned out to be Toba in the end, but he's still an awesome character. So I would say that the guy who died that Mattel plays Mattel plays in Bia is way better than Mattel in Sora. So we have a really big hot take, and there's, I think, Will Smith is better than Robin Williams. So, this is a wide opinion. Live action the wide opinion, and so the reason why I think this is because I had the live action the wide on DVD, which people know from the video I made about all the movies that everybody hates but I love. And in it, Will Smith's as Genie is even more hilarious than Robin Williams. I mean, Robin Williams had a few hilarious scenes, but every time I watch the live action of Ryan, Will Smith just makes me laugh anymore than Robin Williams ever did in the anime way. So that's my live action of Ryan opinion. And since we have, I don't like Pua. I mean, when I was watching the live action Moana with my boyfriend Jimmy yesterday, I was like, getting mad when Pua showed up, and he and probably everyone else was now wondering why. So I'll tell you why. Yeah, I don't really like him that much. I don't really think he's as cute as everybody thinks he is. I mean, he is cute, but not that cute. He's not as cute as, say, Hey, or some other two characters isn't fitting. And I don't really think he needed to be taken on the second adventure in Moana 2. I just don't like how she has I just don't really understand why he has to have 2 pets instead of just one. Would be hey. So at the first movie, Hey is like her main animal sighted. So I don't know why they had that. And even Maui, he says that he's her animated her animal sighted. So I have no idea why they had to add it into it. So I don't like him, but I don't really understand his role, I guess. Number 5, we has My Little Pony and Tessendale's opinion, and these are three My Little Pony Tessendale's tales they are like. They are Teen Sombra, Sunset's Moon when she was evil, and the Frankenstein brothers. And this is why I don't like them. So, first, I don't like Teen Sombra because he scared me as a kid. When I was watching the Test of Empire as a kid, he really scared me, and every time I watched it, I get scared at him by Teen Sombra. I'm like older now, but he still scares me. One thing that always scares me is when one thing that scared me even I was watching the show when I was coming out was season 9 episode 1, and where Teen Sombra attacks Teen Sombra turns back and attacks Test of Empire. And one thing that scared me most was seeing Teen Sombra like holding in fully hard with his magic. It's at end and he's doing mommy. Oh my god, stop! Oh my god, that scared me to death. I was like, hey, get away from Fully Heart! Ah, that scared me to death. That's why I don't like Teen Sombra. And then with Evil Snowman, it's kind of the same thing because when she was evil, she kind of scared me as a little kid. She really scared me as a little kid. When it turns into a monster at the end, and that scared me as a little kid. And whenever I watch that scene, I definitely get scared of it, so I have to bear my phone doing it. But now I think one of the evil scenes I actually really liked is the scene where she talks to Twilight Sparkle and Dot Alley. That's really because I know the whole entire scene by heart, so it's just funny that I know the whole scene by heart. And then Friends and Buzz, I think that my family knows this, but people need to know this. Even why I don't like the Friends and Buzz, because they're kind of annoying. In season 2 when they first appeared, they were fine. They were hilarious. I loved this song. I loved the first song, and I still do. It's Tetsuya, and it's one of my favorite songs on the entire show. But then in season 4, when they came back, they were annoying, and season 6 they were annoying, and in season 8 they were annoying. So I don't like them because I find them annoying in seasons 4, seasons 6, and 8. I'm explaining why they were annoying in season 4. In season 4, they came in with a face, which is, in my opinion, the worst episode of the show because it ruined my worst suspense was. And they were annoying in it because they, as the My Little Pony fans know, they made this like tonic that cures all diseases. And it scared me to see so many ponies with diseases. It were, he opened at somebody's mouth to reveal, that at the whole entire a ton is blue, and like, whoa. And then some other pony has no hair. Oh my gosh, that scared me. And then Diet is supposed to be a kid show, and we're really showing all these ponies who are sick, and we're like, and the kids are probably like, it's so afraid, like, what have we done to our ponies? And I've seen the voice leaving video, and I'm like, yeah, I agree. Why aren't they like literally going ow, ow, ow when they were only has to dance along to the song? We're going to hurt them to dance, and when they're so sick. That's our annoying season 4, and in season 6 they were fighting with each other, and that was annoying. In season 8, I had been wanting, and when season 8 came out, I'd been wanting a Wordy and tried spot episode because they hadn't had that since success in season 1, and so I had been wanting that, and then we finally got it. But Buzz came and we ruined it. I remember watching this episode for the first time in my drama, and they had that bathroom, and I came back to her saying, Rachel, I'm back. The Flintstone brothers appeared. I'm like, what? And I ran back into the bedroom, and I freaked out, like, no! I hate this. So that's the funny part. It does this because I remember my dad and I freaking out when we first saw that the Flintstone brothers were in this episode. But they were annoying the whole way through. They had this very annoying song that wasn't very catchy, and I don't really get why Starsworld was like trusting that they had changed, because is that the Sour Pony changing? Seriously? And I also don't really like Starsworld because he was mean to Twilight Sparkle when he first appeared. And so he was kind of like the dirt, even though they hyped him up for the whole entire show. So I don't really see why they had bring back both Flintstone Brothers and Starsworld in an episode that was really hoping to like. So they ruined it, and they were the entire Sparkle episode. That's what I like Flintstone Brothers is in seasons 4, 6, and 8 they were really annoying. 4 we have time. And my biggest hot take. I like to do you want both snowman better than what I do. So, a lot of reasons I don't like what I do. First of all, it's too popular. Second of all, it was originally supposed to be an evil song. And that's basically it. I've heard too many times, and it's too annoying to test it up, and it makes me that I did because as at my store I have a little story about it, and so I think at one point we had to sing the Spanish version of the song for like a trial thing. I don't know why we had to sing the Spanish version of the song and not the English version, but so we had to listen to the Spanish version of the song over and over and over again, and everybody in my class said they love it, they love it, they love it. But then I asked them, why do you love it? I'm like, it's in Spanish, you can't understand what they're saying. And everybody else said, yeah, we don't actually love it, we just have to pretend to love it because we're going to be singing it in trial. And I was like, okay, I understand. But I still found it annoying to listen to the Spanish version over and over and over again. And I was throwing up because of that. So, because of that, the English version became annoying to me as well. And with the Oliver Snowman, I liked it better than Laredo because it's, first of all, it's way tatsier. Second of all, it's adorable. And third of all, it wasn't originally supposed to be an evil song. And there were so many other songs that I liked better than Laredo, including Elsa's songs and So Yourself, and Into the Unknown's important too. I like those ones, but and Laredo. That's just my opinion. I don't like Laredo, and I liked to do almost number. And that's kind of everybody's hot take, but it's not number one, so that's fine. Number one is. Number three, we have Why I Don't Like Sitting World. I actually still haven't seen Sitting World, but I don't really want to see it because I have heard that a lot of people hate it. And I've also heard that the dad is not really a good dad. He is very mean to his son, basically hates his son, and I'm like, why do people like this movie? Is the dad is so mean in it? So that's why I don't like it anymore. And two, we have the reason why they wore a Nickelodeon suit, SpongeBob SquarePants, and the Very Odd Plants, and socks. Is because number two is why I don't sit Matt and Allison. This is a Son of Main's opinion and also a Nickelodeon opinion, and so that's why I wore a Nickelodeon outfit. So in Son of Main's, Matt and Allison got together and I think season 2, but I don't really remember. It might season 2 or 3, but I did kind of them when I first started watching the show, but then I realized they don't really have anything in common. I mean, Allison is like really, really good, and then Max is not at this point in the show. He's not good. So I don't know why they would fit together. I mean, Matt's belongs with somebody like mostly me or Captain Wade's one of my stories where is who is good but is also evil like he is. That's what John said Matt's and Allison. Number 1, we have my only legitimate opinion. You guys probably saw this coming. Why I don't sip Sarah and Ava. So with Sarah and Ava, I just don't really see chemistry. I mean, when Ava is first introduced, like nobody remembers this, but I watched season 3 of the show over and over again, and Ava was so mean when she first introduced. And yes, I know that also counts a lot of other people, but those people were reformed, and they weren't and they weren't as mean as Ava was. She really beat up Raymond. And I don't really see like the reason I don't really see chemistry between Sarah and Ava as Ava is like a little bit Ava doesn't get along with most of the members of the team, and especially with Rory and she is basically mean to him. And Sarah shouldn't be dating someone who is mean to a friend, Rory, Midroy. I think there are like a few scenes of Sarah and Ava I do like that I do kind of copy myself. Well, this is just one of them, and that one is the scene where after Damien Dot is about to reform, and Sarah sees Ava come into the office and sees like is taking so much of my patience to not tell Damien Dot that I keep asking myself why. And Ava says, I know. And so it says, to me at least has some and a long time, and it is. And that's how Whip finds out that Sarah and Ava are dating. And honestly, I don't like seeing them kiss, that I don't suit them. But I do like the scene. I do use in my stories is because it's a dead scene for a couple to have. Even though I don't sip the couple. And I did explain in my list of my favorite couples that if I had to sip Sarah with is another girl, then I would sip her with Zari, Amaya, maybe Zari or Mona. Especially Mona, because they were like really close friends in the show, so I could see them becoming lovers. But not Ava. I just don't really like Ava, so I don't like the character, I don't like the ship. But like 2 months instead, do find funny is in the episode where Raymond gets captured, and before he finally gets captured, Zari comes in and she's like, "Oh, Ava is still here," and I'm like, I know, she's still here. So that makes me laugh. That I do with Zari. I'm like, why is he still here? Why is Ava still here? And then second scene that makes me laugh is like the only scene I liked of Ava, which is in the episode where Sarah is told by Dot told them and he tells Don Constantine, okay, so you have a foot, but you don't have a phone. That always makes me laugh. I guess another scenario scene is this scene in season 4, episode 4, where they turn back and the kids at one point turn back into dogs while they kiss. Yes, I definitely top of that scene a lot of times into my so because I don't sip it, but I think it's a cute scene but I would have. I don't sip that couple. So that's why I don't sip Sarah and Ava, and those are all my hot takes. So that's all the hot takes that I have. That's all the opinions that I have. So that does got to know me a little bit, and will probably be posted tomorrow. It'll be another story what I want, so I have to see what it is. For now,